I've got some settings to fix. There we go. There we go. We should be more set. It looks like we're actually on out here. I should have brought a chair out. Um, so we're outside for a few minutes. I think my neighbors must have got stuck in the mud at, I don't know, 4:30, 5 o'clock this morning. And Wendy's been in the front yard, like doing warning barks toward all the sounds, vehicle sounds. And so I came out to give her some support because she's such a good protector. Right, Miss Wendy, where are you? Yes, sunshine, awesome. Yeah, the snow pictures I sent you guys yesterday, it's all melted. Well, it's not all. Look, if I blow this up, can you see the snow right there? It's under the trees and patches. Uh, oh, over here by the backyard. See, right by that white board. That's new. Right there, that's snow. So there's still snow. And yes, the wood stove's cranking. It shouldn't be that hot, but the last log I put on this morning is um still doing its thing. Yeah, see patches. Patchy snow for now. Patchy snow. All the snow on the car from that other picture is all gone. That I put out on the community post. See how I'll say good mornings to y'all. I'm seeing that the messages are, the chat's moving. So use your uppercase Q's, please. 3 uppercase Q's help me see things better. So, you could see how my fence is not as neatly back together as it used to be. I have yet to do gutters on most of the cabin, but I did get these new solar lights for outside, and I like them better than the old kind. They still are plastic. I wish they were metal instead, housings, but they work. And the front of the cabin, this roof will be a little harder to do a gutter on, but because it's on the north side, my steps tend to stay slippery. So these are 4 of the solar panels that go with the Waye kit that I'm going to sell. No, that I am selling. It's on Facebook Marketplace right now. Wendy, come on. And yes, I have lots of cleanup to do around here. I've decided I'm going to take this curved wall down because I don't want to garden and plants that close to the house, because rats, if I had vining plants, rats could climb it and then be in the house. I don't want that. So I've decided that's going to come down and get used in a different area. And again, you can see how that part of the fence right there did not get to be back neat. Plus the fact that because I don't have a downspout on the one gutter, that's the only gutter on the cabin right now, all the water drains right on that, yes, pressure treated post, which rotted out and rotted out of the ground. Of course, it was loose anyways. So it's how I got the new water tanks back here. The new water tanks aren't raised like they're supposed to be. That's the shower house in the background. I still have work to do here. I'm going to let you guys see my face in a minute. My scrap pile got... I don't even know what to call it right now. It's a mess. And I don't think it was animals. I'm trying to be careful that I'm not walking too far away from a signal. But the friend that was helping me the other day, the whole pile is in disarray and a lot of it laying flat on the ground. I always lay things up so that the weather rolls off it. So I'll have to reorganize that as soon as all the snow melts and we have a good warm day when I'm not too busy. Whatever that means. The asparagus garden, I'm sure, is liking the extra cold weather and everything, but I didn't get it moved. I want the asparagus garden moved into the backyard on the other side of the shower house. Let's see. Uh, Kind of where the fire pit is in there, which finger, let's see if I can point with my finger. Where's the, see the finger in the camera? Somewhere over in there. And I'm going to use these cattle panels that I'm going to take down are going to go over there. One of my other neighbors that comes to help me is going to make me Bermuda or hurricane shutters for those two windows because it gets too much sun. And then after we do the shutters, can you see Wendy over there? She came back. After we do the shutters for those two windows, then I'll decide how I want the fence in the yard again. So I'm not really working on that fence line right now because I haven't decided what I want. And yeah, that's my current burn barrel, which is burned out. I need to get it on. Either next month, we'll talk when I go inside where it's a little, well, it's not that cold, but I don't want to sit out here. That's my little pond of sorts, in air quotes. The pond, I try to keep water in it year round, even though it freezes. It gives the rats a place to drown. And so I go periodically every couple of days and check it and clear out the rats. And it also makes sure that there's lots of, too far, it's buffering. Okay. I also make sure there's lots of water available for my cat. So, for Karma. All right, going back to the house. So, Wendy, come on. Let me make this regular. You can see my feet. And yes, I still have on my shorts. Because it's what I did. Let's get some of the mud off my feet. Mud's not too deep, but that's because it's been so dry. Yes, I still have stuff I'm cleaning and organizing. Yes, I put organizing on the title of today's video, but that's because I have been having a little more time to do organizing. And so even though it's still messy and there's, a pile there of one thing and a pile here of something else, it is getting organized. It's life. I live. Okay, so we're back inside. I'm going to turn the camera back around. Yes, I put a curtain rod by the big windows. No, it won't be I don't love curtain rods all the time, but it's a New England thing. Yes, shorts in winter, it's a New England thing. It's not that cold. In the sunshine, it's not that cold. Let's see. I can see the thermometer outside. North side of the porch. Whoops, gotta go up there. In the shade, 42. Yeah, 42. So, all right. And Karma. Hi, Karma. Stay outside with Wendy. Stay outside. Okay. Let's do this. Yes, I'm moving around an awful lot today. Right now. Yes, I feel better. Yes. Good Lord, do I feel better. Whoops. You have my nose really big. Ew. Okay, I'm trying to be funny. I try to have humor. I could show you what I'm doing. I'm moving my stuff on the little table. I haven't decided exactly. Tone mat underneath my Vargo hex titanium hex stove with a sterno can in it was this morning's thing. Really, I did eat breakfast, kind of, sort of. Oh, guess what's in the bowl? So I made this little bowl with some beef in it this morning. And then this was where I was going to clean this up. But under there is sourdough. I'm working on some sourdough. Yeah, not much, but I don't need to eat much. You know, I'll just do a little pan bread thing, or, you know, the equivalent of what? A biscuit, a roll, something like that. Anyway, and then let's try that little pink stand. Let me put it back this way. And let me get a stool and see if we can sit here together. Here's a stool. So in my organizing, I found the handle to my little Bowden's. Oh, let me show you that again. The old Bowden's solar battery that I've had for forever that works and has charge through and 110 outlet down there. You can see that 110 outlet. I can do everything with that. Yes, I poked the cord through the window. But I found the handle, so I can put the handle back on it. I have all the stuff. Whoops. I have all the stuff, the original accessories that came with it. I can actually, like I have the thing for charging it in the car. Whoops. I have the electric cord for charging it. I could take it to work and charge it. It'll charge fully on a good sunny day while I'm at work. Whoops, Wendy's at the door. Come on in, Miss Wendy. Karma's slaying in sunshine, Wendy. So let's see if I can sit here. Oh, you want to come up in my lap? Do you want to come say hi to the people? I'm on the video. You want to come say hi? Come. Up, up. Not up, up. Up, up. There you go. Whoa. Woohoo. Say, hi, everybody. I'm Miss Wendy. Whoops. This little stand, the angle is not right for y'all. But you know what? It's what we got. Oh, I'm getting kissy kisses. You want kissy kisses back? Kissy kiss. Hi, everybody. So, oh, I have not, there's lots of cues on here. I have not even looked yet. So I was going through organizing books, clothes, stuff that I've been, you know, tripping over and whatever else for a few minutes this winter, and especially while I was sick. And while I was messing around with the solar kit and everything else. And I never finished reading this book, but I'm going to try finish reading it. And I tore out, okay, tucked in here, I tore out all the pages out of my old journals that were anything of interest and burned the journals. Because it was time, because I do that. And so I'll be going through that stuff soon and looking. I noticed I had notes about coming back here after being gone so long and how I thought I might need this thing or that thing to be more comfortable. Oh, where did I put my, oh, it's right there. Wendy, can I know you love Mama. And Mama loves you. Can I put you down for a little bit? I want to go get my book. Okay? You happy right now? I feel much better. It was a slow start going back to work. Just that FYI. I want to change the angle of this. And I'm not quite, oh. Well, you know, the other tripod really is right here. It's just that I bought this tripod because of Saznek a couple years ago. Um, let's see, Wendy. I gotta put you down to do this. I need 2 hands. There you go, big girl. And this is the one that sometimes my grip strength is weird with this one. Whoops. Yes, I'm wiggling things. I'll be with you all even better in a few minutes. Let's see. Turn this way because we've got a vertical. And this should be loose enough. Woohoo. Okay. Whoops, nope, a little more loose. There we go. Go down a little more like that. Yeah, my fingers. Oh, wait, don't do that. The on-off button on the phone. Don't squeeze the on-off button. Okay, that would be a messy thing, wouldn't it? All right, I know I put my finger in front of something. There we go. How come I can't? How come I'm struggling with that? Okay, there we go. Oh, stop. I guess my thumb touched something. That's a little better, right? Okay, I could go. It's kind of challenging to. It's like I can extend the tripod. Poop head. The tripod thing, but I don't know if I can only do it halfway of a. Ooh, that's better. Is that better, you guys? All right. I want to go reach my other notebook because I made a couple of notes for this morning. I love this little traveler's notebook. I think Cynthia bought it for me, and I just love it. It has a good hand feel and everything. I don't love that it won't lay flat. I wish I could make it lay flat, but I don't think there's anything I can do about that. I think I just have to, wait until it loosens up or something. All right, let me go see what you guys are saying. I saw Beth's name. I saw a couple of names, so let me come say hi to some of you guys and see what y'all are starting to say, because yes, we started this outdoors for a little while. But y'all know how my signal is around here, so be careful. All right, let's see. Sonia, hi. Iris, good morning. Homesteading Nomads, hi guys. Or I'm saying guys in a loose way. I hope you understand that. I am feeling better. On the health issues, since you brought that up, I am feeling better. It has been a slow start. When I went back to work, I was exhausted that day, first day. And then it's progressively getting better. I'm still resting quite a bit. I have some dark circles, don't I? And then I've been noticing I've had a couple of Charlie horses this week. Yes, I probably need to do something with electrolytes, but to help with that, because I didn't order the ones I want yet, I was near where there was a bottle of this water and it said something about electrolytes, and I said, well, let's do that at least. So I am drinking at that bottle. I think I had the bottle for 4 days. I could not grip it to open it. And of course, with the snow and everything, I couldn't find my pliers. Not that I couldn't find them. They're outside in an outdoor container. And had I opened it, there would have been snow down in, and I don't want snow or water in those tools. So I just waited, but I was able to open that bottle yesterday. But I had a couple of Charlie horses. I have had afternoon tiredness, and my left leg, which has been the weirdness, that diagnosis that was autoimmune that I don't want to believe in. It's my weaker part of my body and system. it has felt like that leg was heavy a little bit this past week. So as I'm organizing, I'm, cleaning off. I, on purpose, made sure that the chairs and the sofa bed and the things that I can sit on in my home and outside my home, but around the cabin, I made them so that they were all different heights. And that was on purpose because you use different muscles to sit lower or to sit higher. And so I don't want to get like a lot of people that I've known in my travels that as they age, they can only sit on a certain height seat, or they can only go to the bathroom on a toilet that is a standard American height toilet or something like that. And so I just said, well, our bodies should be able to carry us well into being hundreds of years old, although that's not something that happens anymore. So this idea that somebody said that when we're old, things aren't supposed to work, I don't believe it. I think things are supposed to work, and it's whether we work it or not. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm judging or shaming somebody else who might not have the capability or might have some handicap or some different heights. So, like, I'm on a stool right now that's probably 6 inches taller than the chair that I relax in when I want to read a book or something. And my knees, from my knees to my foot, that's a little short compared to some people. So when I tried to get my uh, fireside rocker, fireside rocker, the height of the seat was too tall for me. So I exchanged that, sent it back, and I got a fire pit rocker, which is shorter. That's more comfortable when I just want to relax. And so I have been practicing relaxing and beginning to work on things that will eventually work into doing more walking again and stuff, because this being sick and whatever. Okay. So turtle steps. I've been turtle stepping it all the way. You guys want to get challenged with water drinking today? Scrolling so much. Poop, it was scrolling a lot. Are you guys still there? And my solar panels must not be in the sunshine. They do not see that charging. All right, well, water drink. Oh, I just noticed something out of the corner of my eye. Keith Titanium. Okay, love Keith Titanium stuff. Don't always love the pricing, but they're Japanese-based titanium camp pot company. Yeah, y'all, most of you have seen my rice cooker that I got from Keith Titanium. So that's the name of the company. I just saw on Instagram where, okay, so originally this pot was designed as a pressure cooker. And then they had some problems with it, so they discontinued it. And they took away the weight, and they allowed us to have it as a rice cooker or something of that nature. They have finally redesigned, not this one, but this company has redesigned the pressure cooker. I saw that some people in Asia, probably Japanese, might be Vietnamese, and a guy in the UK have been able to get them. It's not available in the US yet. I would like to get their pressure cooker when it comes up, because to be able to pressure cook a small piece of roast or a couple of small pieces of chicken or something, that would be really cool. But anyways, that company, I saw it out of the corner of my eye, and before I forget, I had to tell you. So we should be able to get the titanium camping pressure cooker fairly soon. All right, let's see. So Iris, Beth, Yeah, Beth, that that curved cattle panel outside the cabin is just too. It was fine. It works fine. It's a good idea for somebody. I'm just not going to keep it for me. Um, I would rather have hurricane shutters. So hurricane shutters will be like slats that are away from the bottom of the window a little bit at the bottom. Like, I don't know, like 5 inches or so kicked out at the bottom. So they have a slant, but it'll help keep the sun off the windows. And that's what I need. And I've thought about it could be shade cloth. Maybe it'll be both shade cloth because I have a lot of used scrap shade cloth. Maybe it'll be shade cloth stapled on and then slats too. Either would be fine, but I think it's a wise move. Um, let's see. Okay, I'm looking at you guys' comments. Happy spring, everybody. Yes, by the way, spring is not in Apache County yet. I have been saying this for years in my humble experience here. I'm headed for my 13th year of being on around this property and being in Apache County. Spring does not come. If you never want to see snow, you leave by Thanksgiving and you don't come back until after Passover, at least a week after Passover, because right up until the week of Passover, we can have snow. That's my experience. So I'm just saying. Uh, Babs, hi Babs. Hi Donna Kay. Uh, Hi Bernie. Love you, Bernie. Okay, because I'm seeing Bernie's name. Bernie, I already arranged for Jess to barter with me and work off this navy blue cooler that you got me. And even though it's still in the house in the cabin right now, I went ahead and okay, even though it's in the cabin right now and the Alpicool refrigerator is down at the shop to be sold, I decided to go ahead, even though I don't have those funds yet. I decided to go ahead and buy the um, refrigerator. I mean the new white cooler. So I have ordered that cooler. Stay tuned because it's a newer idea in a cooler. I did not order the Oster. Part of the reason I didn't order the Oster, I love that no, not roto molded, vacuum sealed aluminum. Love that cooler. It's quite expensive. And no, I didn't ask for a pro deal on this. I could have, I didn't. But it's not at all animal proof. And so even though the Oyster vacuum sealed aluminum one is a beautiful rig, in my experiences, when I travel and when I live my normal life, I can be where there are bears and other animals. And so I decided that I needed something that was more animal proof. So I ordered a different one. And you guys will get to see it, yes. So, okay, so that's the quick cooler thing, Donna Kay. Beth, Bernie. Okay. Hola, preciosas. I'm reading The three uppercase Q's in front of you guys' comments just make it so it's easier for me to see what I need to pay attention to. Hola, preciosa amiga Lisa. Your aura is so. Oh, thank you, Bernie. Yeah, Bernie's basically saying she's glad I'm feeling better and that my aura is illuminated. Thank you. It's been, it was a pretty rough being sick thing. Anyways, um, oh, I just saw where somebody said your body couldn't take the cold. Oh, that was Bernie. Um, I was blessed by Liana to be able to go to her house and take a couple of showers right after I was starting to feel better. And just to get the hot shower and the warm, it felt like getting the warm into my bones, just felt so good. I'm sure it had something to do with me getting better, but I was doing, how do I explain it? Cold plunge style stuff I've been doing for years. I will sometimes fill a bowl with snow and then come inside where it's warm inside, right? Take handfuls of snow to wash my face. I have at other times, like when I take a shower, at the end of my shower, I always turn the water to cold before I get out. I've been doing that for years. And so it does something for also to the texture of my hair when I do that. I know it has something to do with one temperature opens the pores and the other one closes them or something. Anyways, but I've been doing cold water washing my face stuff for years. So, okay, anyways. But it feels good sometimes, especially after you've been kind of sick. More magnesium for Charlie horses, yes. And you know what I've done in the past? I wonder if I have one in my first aid kit. In the past, I've had elements unflavored. I can't have their flavors because they have stevia for the sweetener, and I'm allergic to stevia. Um, but their plain one, I don't like the taste of it, and it's very expensive. And I had bought the ingredients and made my own and was just like, this is crazy. I'm not going to keep doing this. And so I used up all those little element packs, um, often only using like half of them in a day or something. Um, but I didn't use them all the time. But they're very convenient. And I think maybe just having them around for once in a while would be okay. I need to find another way to get magnesium without having to take it that way. I'm not sure what to do for that because I still do have some allergies. Anyways, um, very interesting about the varied heights as we age. Oh, and I forgot. Babs knows about my little balance disc. I've been pulling that out so that I can get my balance healthier because, like I said, my left side has been feeling heavier this since I've been sick. So I know I'm better, but now I want to get my muscles strengthened up because, man, I slept for 3 or 4 days when I was home. It was a lot of sleeping. I mean, I needed it, obviously. So but I'm starting to work with my little balance disc again. And hi, Maroon. Yes, I don't know that I'm saying your name the way you say it, um, but yes, I'm much better than the last couple weeks. The last couple weeks had been hard. Bernie, no, somebody was talking to them. There we go, Bernie. Lesa, you are so right. We can live wonderfully. Oh, live wonderfully till hundreds. I've seen YouTube, they say just move all your body parts, even by stretching. Yeah, and when the cat stretches, I do this silly thing with the cat. And with Miss Wendy, too, we do an exercise. Wendy's sitting in the chair beside me, well, laying in the chair. We do this exercise, the puppy exercise, and I move her legs. Yeah, it's okay. You're okay. Mama playing with you. You're such a good girl. I'm sorry. Are you okay? You look scared. Don't be scared. Yeah, you looking scared. I'm afraid to turn the phone and show you guys. You know how my buffering is in the cabin. Aw, she's such a happy girl. Okay, anyways, especially in winter. Get that crap small amount of pickle juice. Oh, that's a good idea, Sonia. Bernie, what's the name of the rice cooker? It's the Keith. Okay, let me do it again. Keith, wait a minute. Titanium rice cooker. Can you kind of see that? This is another one of those not cheap, but well worth it. And part of why I say well worth it, if you're using alternative heat sources, obviously I've had sterno and alcohol on the bottom of this. I think once I put it on a campfire, okay? But if you're using alternative heat sources, especially alcohol stoves, they get hot right in the middle, and titanium absorbs the heat really quickly, but then it lets it go quickly. So I showed you this once. I'll have to go put little tags on here. So it has a steam hole on it. It has an inner pot with a food safe silicone seal. Okay? And so the pot is just a pot. So you could cook in this just as a pot. Make your coffee water, whatever you want to do, right? But then this pot is what makes it really nice for a rice cooker. And that is, it has steam holes here on the top too, okay? And you could take, this O-ring comes off really simple to clean it. Because when you're cooking rice, if it can boil over and then you have that white juice all over the place. Okay, and then there's little holes in the bottom, and this fits inside the other pot with a little bit of space. So the heat is on the other pot, not directly on this one, okay? And then this has markings, Bernie. Can you see those markings? And that's a rice kernel. So it's for this amount of rice, you put the rice up to that hole for that much, or for the full pot, you put it that much. Okay, and then on the other side, oh, whoops, I showed you the wrong side. Nope, this is the rice kernels side. Is it going to focus? I don't see it focusing. Anyways, they're rice kernels, my bad. But anyway, so, a small amount, a medium amount, and the full pot full, okay? Then this side, which I showed you first and I was wrong about, it's here's where you put the water. It's a water drop. So water for the small amount is here, medium's here, and full is here. And then you put this inside the other one, and the bottom does not touch the bottom. So it doesn't burn. That's the big thing. And like I said, for alternative heat sources, I love this pot. Totally love this pot. And the Paleo Hiker MD guy from Louisiana, I think he's in Louisiana. I don't think he's in Alabama. I think he's in Louisiana. I could be wrong, but anyways, he has a video where he makes what's it called? It's Puerto Rican rice and lentils, or rice and pigeon peas. I can't think of what the name of that's called. Bernie will know. But anyways, so teeth titanium. It should be in my store. I'm not 100% sure that it is. But this is not an inexpensive piece. So this is not a budget piece. But it's a keeper piece of kit for me. Love it. But it's not cheap. And when I say not cheap, do I tell you how much not cheap is? I mean, you could go look, but it's actually about, last time I checked, they were $80 for that pot. But that pot was worth the $80. I don't use it very often. I could use it more if I would not have so many other pot choices, which, as I'm organizing, I am considering things that I'd be willing to get rid of. So upright referred to junk on the ground. Yes. Yes, the junk on the ground should have been standing up so the weather wasn't staying on top of it. Some of it's used plywood, but if it doesn't warp too bad, we could still use it for something. Yeah, we'll get that straight. Okay. White cooler. Oh, yeah, she's excited for me. Trying to keep you on your toes with Spanish. No, está bien todos. Me gusta practicar de español. Tengo Chase. Llamar de teléfonos esta semana at work, con trabajo. Muy difícil, no entiendo de mexicano, hombre, habla muy rápido, todo muy rápido para mí. No entiendo nada, exceptamente the nombre Ramon. I was like, no, I don't understand. What is it you want? I don't know. And then it would be click, click. Finally, he came in. El ir de trabajo y shoppe? No. Other word for shop. I forgot what shop is. Anyway, y necesito una talla de carro reparar. Pero necesito practicar muchas más porque hay mucha gente aquí no habla inglés. Okay, that was a little bit for now. So there's quite a few people here that don't speak English. And I try, but dang, I had 3 phone calls this week at work that were so fast Mexican Spanish. And I usually can pick up on stuff, but I was like, I don't understand this guy at all. And he's just, I got Ramon, and then he showed up. So it was 3 phone calls, and then he was in person. And I was like, well, in person, I got you. And he's looking at me, and he's like, oh, español poquito. I said, sí. Poquito de español. Y no practicar. So, anyways. Keith. No, it's Keith Titanium is the name of the company. It's okay. Okay. It's Keith Titanium is actually, sometimes it's Keith Space Tie, sometimes it's Keith Dash Tie, but they don't have the pressure cooker for us yet. But I'm watching for it. I should send them a message and see if they'll help me get one cheaper. You know, the perks of having a YouTube channel sometimes. At least it can be a pro deal or something. You know, give it to me. Maybe not half price, but, you know, 40% off. Give me some family price deal or something. Just make it easier. All right, let's see. Because I'm going to talk about them. It doesn't mind. But anyways. I see it. That's great. Okay, keeping me on my toes today. Sorry, I didn't mean to be doing that to you, Beth. But anyways. Oh, there you go. Oh, $74. That's great. Because I probably paid $80 for mine. Oh, how many cups? It's 2. Oh, I got to pull it back down. 2 cups? No, I think it was 3. I think it was 3. Let me tell you. The whole pot is 900 milliliters. And milliliters. Me and milliliters. But I think it's like 3 cups of cooked rice. Because I think I tried to make more. I think that the small amount is like for 1 person, 2 people, 3 people, or something like that. And it's a small amount of rice if you're trying to feed 4 people. But I like it. And like I said, you can use the pot for just boiling water. Probably I should have bought this before I bought the cute little titanium teapot, but I liked the titanium teapot, so I bought that. Now, I really don't need them all, but, you know, sometimes we just like things and we keep them. It's the way it is. Hi, Karma Kitty. Karma's sitting outside the window right here. I love pigeon peas. I wish them. Tree beans. $30 ounces. Let me think about that. Yeah, it might be 30 ounces. It would be like not quite a quart. 90 liters is, I mean, yeah, 90 milliliters. I'm saying it wrong. 900 milliliters is like 3 cups or 3.5 cups. It's not, 1,000 is a liter, which is closer to a quart. Wow, that's. What, Wendy? I think the Espanol is gonna lose. Oh, maybe. Thanks, Bernie. So if only 30 ounces, it will cook a. Yeah, no, it's not 30 ounces. That can't be right. I don't have. Oh, wait, I do too. Wait a minute. I do too have a thing. Do you want to come out, Wendy? You want to go outside? Mama's talking to the phone again. Here comes Karma. Don't I have a. Is it this one? Oh no, it's not on here. See, it's not on here. I have this magnet that I bought at Dollar General, and you guys can't see me right now. I know. I'm opening another window. There we go. Um, let's see. I was thinking that this magnet I had bought would have the ounces on it. It doesn't, but like it says, 8 ounces is a cup. We know that. So 16 ounces, 8 and 8, 16, that's a pint. And a quart is 4, is 32 ounces, is a quart. And so I'm pretty sure this is just under a quart. And I'm pretty sure it makes 3 good cups of rice. Or because 1 cup of rice, I think this little tiny cup, yes, it's vintage Swedish enamel I found years ago, but this one's actually a 1 cup. So, like, if you're using instant coffee, it's supposed to be 1 teaspoon of coffee is supposed to make this one, but it's like a baby cup, okay? And so this size, I know in that thing, it'll make at least 3 of these, a little bit more than 3 of these. I know that because when I want to eat rice, I don't own a rice bowl. I was hunting for an enamel rice bowl. I haven't found one. But okay, when I found these cups, they were in the same antique store, and they're both vintage enamel Swedish. They have no markings, but they were Swedish cups. This one, when I want a bowl of rice, I think that the rice ought to be, in there. This, yeah, I don't know. Sorry about all that, but hey, I was in a mood to try to help you all out. Okay. 900 milliliters is 30 ounces. Yeah. Okay, anyways. Website says capacity, right, 30.4 ounces. There you go. All that explaining, and you guys already figured it out. Oh, Shadow Wolf's here. Hey, Shadow Wolf. Miss you. See, total. I have a guy at work who's Mexican family background, but raised in like Southern California or something. He's an older guy, and he keeps saying we're going to practice, but then we're busy, and he just speaks English. So, missionary in Panama. There you go. Okay, I think I caught up with all your uppercase Q things. Um, yeah, so I have some sourdough working. I don't know. I don't have much going on the food department. Not too interested in food right now. Um, not not something wrong with me. Just I'm not. Sometimes it happens that way. I don't try to make stuff be what it's not. Um, I'm really liking blueberries, and I found a yogurt that doesn't have pectin the other day. Um, and so I like to have the full fat because it's better for our brains. Um, so I'm either doing yogurt or sour cream. Or if I'm near Walmart, I can get queso fresco, Mexican queso. Um, and the reason that I'm doing one of those 3 things is both for the calcium and for the enzymes, so that I'm getting that. Um, so I'm doing that. I'm really liking that a lot lately. So I'll probably have to make sure I have more of that around. Not a big fan of all the cheeses, but I do good with the Asiago and the Parmesan. Uh, Parmesan Reggiano, whatever. So those harder cheeses, but I don't want to just sit around eating cheese. It doesn't, I don't quite know what to do with it, but um, so I have that kind of in the back of my head. Still liking my coffee black or with good cream in it. If I can get Land O'Lakes half and half, it doesn't have carrageenan, unless they've just changed the label. But I haven't been able to get Land O'Lakes half and half in a long time. If I go to American Arrow in my area, I can get cream, heavy whipping cream, that has been not cooked pasteurized. I forgot what they called it. It's a different kind of pasteurization, but I can get that from a local store, and it's reasonable, and I like it. So, Beth, I just saw that. Um, so let's see. So I'm liking those things. I need, because of budget. So I just lost my food stamps, the EBT, completely. Hey, Tammy. Um, I just lost them. Why? Because I lost them. Um, uh, they said that I needed to renew them, and I tried to get in the website, and I can't get on the website. And so I was only getting $30. And so, I'm going to just say forget it, because I can't figure out how to get back in the website anymore. And I even have my password, and they won't let me in. So I don't know, but bye-bye that $30. And so budget-wise, I need to try eggs again. I just, when I think about eggs or I see eggs, I kind of go like, yuck. But maybe having like an omelet with some of the cheese on it. I don't know. But right now it doesn't sound good. So I don't know. No, there's no place to go in person. They have, effectively closed all the offices, and they sent me an email with a phone number. What do you want? You have water, you have food. I see you licking your lips. You want to go out? You want to go outside? Outdoors? Yes, Wendy barked at me. She barked at me, but she did the wrong signal. She normally will do one bark when she needs to go out and go to the bathroom. And if she wants food, she usually licks her lips. So if she licks once that way, it means she's thirsty. And it goes twice that way, it seems to mean food. Yes, I pay attention to my dog's messages to me. Anyway. Oh, Gouda, smoked Gouda. Gotcha. So I don't know about the food stamps, but if I've lost them, I've lost them. No big deal. I am working right now. I'll be okay. But I keep thinking that price-wise, I ought to try eggs again. Some people, there's a Dr. Berg on YouTube who says 4 eggs and some cheese every day is a good thing. Some of the carnivore people are kind of going, yeah, we like that. I had stopped eating hamburger for a little while, and the other day I bought a pack of hamburger, and it was really delicious. So I don't know, just maybe every once in a while I need to switch it up. I don't know. But anyways, that's it. So I might try eggs again. I'm just the idea is not sounding good to me right now, but whatever, I guess everybody does those things. I've just had such a limited um, diet with all the allergies for so long that it's weird to go, oh, I could have my XYZ, but I don't want it. And I'm like, what do you mean you don't want it? You don't have choices. Well, I have more choices now than I used to. So, but anyways, so I may have to try that. And then, but I've decided I don't want just any old hamburger in the world anymore. It's not worth it because if it tastes bad. Okay, you have a great week, Shadow Wolf. Thanks for stopping by. Um, so let's see. Um, I'm looking at my notes in my little book. I've been turtle stepping my way to more health and more energy, noticing, observing, and feeling and listening to my body or my body's signals. The left leg a bit weak. Certain foods are an owie. So, and I'm saying an owie tummy, right? That maybe I won't do those very much. Prioritizing my needs, my tasks, and my finances. Oh my gosh. I'm reading almost word for word what I wrote. So close to debt free again. I need to be patient with the next 2 months because I want to make it over now. But if I do that, I might make it so uncomfortably hard just to get finished with it. And that might not be wise. So, so probably not doing that. But anyway, keeping clean, washing my hair, being careful with my stress. I ordered the cooler. I already told you guys that. Working my muscles, I already told you about that, about the different height chairs, the wobble board, walk-in, stand-in. Oh yeah, I'm looking at desk risers to make my desk at work a standing desk. I want to be standing up. Yes, there are times when I will sit down, but more daytime. If I could talk Kelly into it, I would have them just raise the whole desk higher. But I'm not going to be able to talk her into it. She likes it now. But anyways, so I'm looking at adjustable riser things for my desk, but I want it to be big enough for the little laptop I've been using at work for ordering parts and stuff, and for my pad of paper for taking notes. So I'm looking at a couple of them. The one I really like, it's about $40. I hate to spend money, but whatever. The one I really like is wood with, I don't know, some surface on it. I don't know. Anyways, but you can adjust the angle. You can't adjust the legs up and down as much as I would like. But I just see your, Beth, your thing. It's so hard not to just pay it all off, but I don't want to do that. I could really shoot myself in the foot by doing that. So take a deep breath, let it be the next 2 payments, and we're done. I'm so close. I'm so freaking close. Yeah. So let's see. But so I'm. If anybody has any suggestions on a desk riser that's adjustable or something, if it was something I could use for travel too, maybe that would be a good idea. I don't know, because I'm probably going to have to buy it for myself. But it's not like I own a laptop. It's just I want the tabletop space. So I need it to be bigger. I need it to be a little bigger than just laptop size. So anyway, so I'm hunting for that, because I would stand up at work way more than I would sit. I ordered the cooler. I told you that. Um, I'm selling the Alpacool C12. Y'all know that. Um, for $95. Two of the guys at work are interested in it, and I think it's their reasoning is silly. They both said, "I'd love to have that, but it's not summer yet." And I'm like, "What's that got to do with it? You buy it now, then you have it for summer." I don't understand, right? Anyways, I just thought it was funny. But so two of the guys at work are interested. I don't know if they're actually gonna buy it or not. But I took it to work, so it's easier to show it off. And then the Weye Solar, I sent the company a message and told them that it was too complicated, too whatever, too big a system for my use, and that I'm not back and forth between power and no power. And I'm just gonna. I asked them if I could have permission to sell it and move on, and so that's what I am doing. I gotta open another window. That last log I put on the fire must have taken off. The kettle's boiling and putting the heat in the air. There we go. We're all right. We got this. So yeah, 3 windows open now. That's good. But anyways, I need to, as far as projects go, I need to wash the windows. That is something I'm going to make a note because there are things I need to do. Trusty little book. I need to wash the windows pretty bad in here. I need to decide about curtains, but that's not a big thing. What was the other thing I was looking at the other day? I don't remember. Oh, one of my guys is looking at, he's working on my plank for my kitchenette. I just decided this week that I wonder if I want it on the inside or if I want it out on the patio, because it looks like the patio roof has started to be worked on. So it looks like I might be able to actually have that screened in soon. I don't know what soon means, but my neighbors and Jess, the guy that helped with the footers and stuff, they have decided that they're willing to take a truck and go get supplies for me, because I need 2 more rafter boards for out there that are 2 by 6 by 12 foot long, and I don't have a way to get them home. So they're willing to make a run without me going with them, as long as I pay for the gas and I buy my supplies. And I'm like, cool. If you guys can manage that, I definitely will pay for your gas for the trip. So that's coming up. I'm gonna try to throw in, not try, I'm gonna throw in that I buy the 10-foot long pieces of gutter, because it'll be easier to get them home at the same time. What's the other thing I was gonna do? I don't know. I was trying to make sure that anything long that I need to purchase can come home on the truck at the same time. So I probably ought to look at adding on that list some 4x4s. Just some extra 4x4s. I can haul a few bags of cement at a time in my car. Jess can pick up bags of cement off and on in his car. So things like that we can do later. But if I can get those long things that I can't haul here, that would help. Oh, and back to the things I'm selling. Let me go back to that real quick, because the Alpacool C12 is $95. It's still available if somebody's interested in it. The Weye Solar. Now, I've got more than I have so many accessories and stuff, but I have a full Weiye 5000 Pro kit. 6 solar panels, 5 1000 watt hour LifePo 4 batteries, with the GAN chargers, with the car chargers, with the every battery pack has its own car charger, GAN charger, which is a 110 AC, and all. Now, it's been out on Facebook Marketplace for a couple of weeks. I haven't had much interest, but it's expensive as it is. And I put out there like 4,800 OBO, and probably people don't know I'd take 35, right? But I think I'll edit the ad to say I could break it up, because it could be a 3,000 watt Pro kit, and then there would be 2 extra battery packs. Somebody who's a van dweller might like to have one of the 1,000 watt battery packs along with the ceramic cook pot, which you could use without an AC inverter pack. So somebody might like to have that kind of a kit. Personally, I thought I was going to use it in the tracker. I'm not. Because I thought I was going to put 2 of the battery packs in the tracker and keep moving, but that's not. Besides, the tracker's not finished yet. So, and on the note of the tracker, are we ready for that conversation? So, the tracker, the engine is ready to go, to be placed back into the body of the tracker. Woohoo! Stan has said I can do events in May, but I'm waiting. I haven't even contacted people, so I'm waiting to make sure. But that's pretty exciting. There's oil in the engine. It's sitting in Stan's office right now, but I'm excited. Stan's been having trouble with his knees, but this past week, now you know I just started back to work, so I've only been back to work 3 days, 3 solid days. And the first day and a half, I was just wiped out. But Stan went to see the doctor one of those days, and they had the results of his MRIs or CT scans or whatever it was. And he doesn't need knee replacement surgery. Yay! Keep praying for him, because I think our prayers have helped with that. He needs an orthoscopic thing, which is they cut 2 small incisions and insert something into and put something in his joint. It's arthritis, not knee replacement stuff. So let's keep praying for Stan's improved health of his knees. They're saying that with this in-office procedure, that he should be able to be fine and not need pain medication as soon as they can get him scheduled in and do it. And it's a doctor's office in Springerville, Arizona. So please pray about that for him, that his appointment can come up quick. It can be done quick. The recovery can be like, really, really happen quickly, and that he can have enough relief to feel more capable in his life. It's really been, the pain has really been bothering him a lot. So I'm happy for him. I've been giving Colton, our new tire guy, lives 20 minutes down 191 from me. So I've been providing him a ride to work. And his family just found out how much Stan loves chocolate milk and hard-boiled eggs. So I bought one of those little Dash or micro mini, whatever it is, egg cooker things for at the shop. And so it's really simple to hard boil a dozen eggs as long as I'm paying attention to them, right? Because it even has an alarm and an off button on them. So Colton's family just figured out that Stan likes eggs, and they have eggs, and they only, his mother evidently babies the hens, holds them and plays with them, and I don't know, whatever. So they're starting to have Colton bring eggs to work, and they were only charging $3 a dozen for eggs. Now, we don't want to overwhelm them, because being able to get eggs, fresh eggs that have not been refrigerated for $3 a dozen, big deal around here, because new people come up here. Yes, I'm giving y'all a look. New people come up here from California especially, and they think that eggs ought to be $10 a dozen, and good on them, but y'all go away, because I ain't buying eggs at the market in town. Commercial eggs are $11, and I don't buy those. No, not doing it. And so when somebody's selling eggs for $3 a dozen, we just encourage them. We buy all they have, but we don't want to see, we don't want to see higher prices. So don't do that to us. So because everybody that gets chickens has too many eggs, so learn what to do. But anyway, so now, when I go in Monday, I'm supposed to cook eggs Monday morning, because they were sitting on his desk. And yes, they'll be fine over the weekend, yes. But once I cook them and make them hard-boiled, then I stick them in the fridge. And everybody's learning that there's hard-boiled eggs in the fridge. And it's okay, as long as they keep us in eggs, and they help me with that process, because I don't have any space on the desk up front to put the egg cooker. So I do it in the back before work starts. And I've been training everybody, if you hear that screechy sound, go turn the button off, because it has an alarm when they're cooked. And if it runs out of water, it burns the thing up. But you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. So that's a cool thing, that we're able to get eggs from Colton's family. That helps. Colton's off this week. He had a trip planned before he took the job. In fact, he hesitated to take the job because he already had 2 trips planned. And I was like, you know what? Come do a trial day and see if you like it. Well, the trial day was turned into, I just work here, because he used to work for Cowboy Jody, and Cowboy Jody taught him how to have work ethic. I'm sure his family helps with that as well. So if he gets bored, he just picks up a broom and sweeps, or he just empties trash cans. And so we encourage Stan to, it may take him a minute to learn whatever he's learning for his job, but would you please pay him? He's being helpful. And so, of course, everybody's supporting this right now. So it's all working. So we're happy with that. Pray for his safety on this trip with a bunch of teenage boys. But they have gone to Kansas to help one of his friend's grandfather with work at his farm, or ranch, or farm in Kansas. So let's pray that they have a safe trip and have fun, but also, be reasonable and responsible young men. Okay, what else can I think I've touched on a lot of the stuff going on. What do you all got for questions for me? Because I feel like, it's not spring yet. We got another month. Anybody who's in Apache County or coming this way, wait. Passover's, I think, I need to double check with some other friends of mine. I think right around the 7th, 8th of April. So, No, it wasn't Wendy. I thought Wendy was making a sound at me that she wanted to come in. It's not her. She's playing with the chewy she has outside. Let's look. I have this little chart for moon phases. Night to be much observed is the night before Passover service, which is solemn. Do I have that right? Or is no, it's the other way around. Passover night is the solemn one and is first, and the night to be much observed is second. Night to be much observed is always a full moon. So I got a chart for 2025 for North America. Okay, I got it off Amazon. It came in a set. So January, February, March, April, full moon. It looks like the 8th, 9th. So the 7th, 8th, 9th, something like that, is Passover. About a week after that, it'll, even if you came back to Apache County or if you were visiting up this way, you might have a couple of cold nights, but you won't freeze to death. But wait until that 7th, 8th is over, because it's always colder during a full moon. I just had yesterday, I had about 4 inches of snow. It's not all melted. I showed that in the beginning when I was outdoors. But it was another winter storm. And so what I'm saying is by April, full moons in this area, in that 7, 8, 9 is full moon time. Full moons are always coldest. It's always coldest just before the dawn. But so you would want to avoid the Apache County then. After that, it'll be spring. The asparagus will come up. Everything will be just like popping around here. The rabbits will be everywhere. And the rodents will be moving around. They'll be changing houses. So just after that Passover time, that full moon time in April, then, start thinking about doing simple green in your engine and making sure that your vehicle, and making sure that your bucket traps, if you're stationary, your bucket traps are set up so that, because it will stop freezing after that. And so your bucket traps won't have ice in them. And then they'll start catching the rats again. And so they won't get in and chew the wires in your engines. That's my humble advice to you. I'm saying not one thing helps when you're fighting rodents. Multiple things help. But simple green is a big help. So that's... So some more of the organizing things are my prioritizing with my financing, as well as the fact that I'm doing some cleanup here in the house, in the cabin. I decided, one thing I had to decide was I bought this Rolly, let's see if I can show you, this Rolly metal container storage thing for underneath the sofa bed. The sofa bed down there. There's Carmen Kitty. That black box has wheels. It's a metal frame, and the top of it is just a dust cover thing. But it's long and skinny, and it fits between the legs just fine. I did measure for it. But I decided that it wasn't a good place for my clothing. I had in the past had the clothing hanging on these. These always, they're towel rods, but these always were intended to be for my blankets and my towels, okay? But I had these nice clips and was using it for a closet. But then I finally got the container down there for under the bed. It's an under the bed rolly container, really. And I thought I would put my clothes in there. But because of the way it pulls out and being sick and not being able to bend and stretch and I don't know what, I decided it wasn't a good use of that storage space for my clothes because it was too hard to access. So I swapped the clothes back into these two. These two metal, they're metal, they fold up flat. You can afford, they'll hold up to 450 pounds of sitting on top of them weight. But because of that, they don't have wheels. And so I put the clothes back in there. The top lids come off easily. I've often used them just like they are now as an extension of the foot of my bed because of Wendy and Karma trying to sleep with my feet. And the space is fine, but when the two of them are there, sometimes I need some room for my feet. So that helps. And then when I'm not using them that way, I can pull them out and they're like a coffee table. Okay. But of course, I still have the wood cook stove that doesn't belong there. And those piles, it's actually just my work bag and a couple of shirts right now on top of the Way solar kits. Okay? And those are my new snow boots from Zero Shoes. So, hey, Mary. Oh, no, you were stuck. Okay. So, those, you're calling them trunks. These, I don't think I put them on my. Hang on, Wendy. I don't think that I put them in my store yet. Hang on, Wendy. Hold on, big girl. She's asking to come in. Let's put this back because it's a magnet. I got it because it was a magnet. And Miss Wendy, I heard you. Come on. It's hot in here right now, girl. We could open one more window. Do we want to open one more? Bernie, I will have to look those up because can I set this? You guys may get a weird view for a few minutes. Opening another window. What have you been in? You have. Oh! scrolling. I know, it made me think of, what is it? Rawhide? I don't know. It was some old TV show when I was a kid. So, Mary, we're glad you could join us, stuck or not. So, Bernie, I'm going to have to look those up. Those, I love them. I figured I could even use those as part of my build for my, there you go, Mary, for my tracker if I want storage space because of how much they'll hold and that you can sit on them. They come with the little cushions on the top. The elastic that holds the cushions on, in my humble opinion, not the best elastic in the world. My cat got playing with it and chewed it in two. So I'd like to screw something else solid on those lids. But what do you want, Miss Wendy? You have food. That motion is about a drink of water. Here's your drink of water. Here. That's the wrong thing. Are you trying to say, please let me outdoors? Do you want to go outside? When you go outside, you touch the bottom of the door. Touch the door? Why are you half coughing? What? What are you trying to tell me? Goodness gracious. I wish I could show the people you, but I'm afraid the phone won't stay on. Huh? Can Mama do that? Like, I'll understand. What do you need? It's not about food because you have food. Here, you want to go out front? But when you want to go out, you're supposed to do this. Wait. When you want to go outside, look. Come over here. Come over here. You want to go outside? You do that. You go scratch, scratch. Mama, I want to go outside. No? You want to go out? Yeah? Okay. Okay, doggy training time. I don't know. I don't know why she couldn't remember what she's supposed to do for telling me she wants out the door. Okay. Oh, Mary, 1 year. I only got my Nantucket, was my old G20 van. I only got it stuck once, that where I needed help. I went to Welton. It's east of Quartzsite. No, east of Yuma. On 8, 10. No, on 10. On Route 10. East of Yuma, there's a set of mountains, and you go through those mountains, and there's a little town. And a little town with a lot of retired people who have some of the cutest little golf carts I've ever seen. Some of them have got the front that makes them look like they're a Mercedes or a Rolls Royce, and some of them have Jeep things, and they're all golf carts. It's cute. And I had been camped 2 nights, I think, and I went to move the van, and there was somebody else's tire tracks were close by, so I decided to go in their tire tracks, and I didn't even get half a van's length, and it just went boom. And I went, oh shit. And then I heard, just as I stepped out of the van, I hear a gunshot, and I was like, what the crap? And so, yes, wide-eyed, I kind of walk toward some other people's campsites, and can somebody help me? But I heard a gunshot. They were like, yeah, we just shot a rattlesnake. And I was like, what you talking about? And they went to move their rig. Yeah, that old poop feeling, yes. Oh, cool. Yeah, I always bought my Jumra. Okay. Jumras were these, okay? The well-used, really worn out. I think these are 2 years old, okay, guys? But they're cheaper than Zero shoes, okay? My boots are the new affiliate link I have with Zero shoes and the Pro deal. And so I'm able to buy mine about 40% off for me. And but you guys, I'm working on getting a SimplyLesa code for y'all to get your discounts on Zero shoes. Zero shoes are XERO, and you can buy them on Amazon, but you'll pay regular price because I don't have a code for you yet. But Zero shoes has got some good sales going on right now too, and they have this cute set of like sneakers shoes, like regular height, more like the ones I just showed you, on Zero shoes that are like white and cork. I just think those are the cutest. But I'm probably going to be getting Prio, or because I can't buy anything that's on sale with my Pro deal. So I'm probably going to get the Prios, or what's the other ones called? I can't remember. Can't remember. Begins with an S. It's like a girl's name or something, but I can't remember. Anyway, I'll probably get a pair of those because of the pricing that I'm able to purchase from them. I was going to try to get them this month, but I'm probably going to wait till next month. And I'm going to try to order my sandals as soon as I can, because I want my minimalist tong style sandals as soon as I get them. Anyway, but the boots that you saw in the picture. So Bernie, I'm going to have to hunt for that cube in my orders and add it to the store and send it to you because I like them and I will recommend them now. And if somebody needs an under the bed storage thing on wheels, I do like the one I got because it's all a metal frame. But the dust cover on top is kind of, it doesn't matter. It's not a big deal. But it doesn't have a metal lid on it. So, but they all kind of match. So, Bernie, I'll have to send that to you. So, drink water, everybody. It's not summer yet, but we may as well do it, right? I'm going to get through this one today. Okay, I'll send you both, Bernie, because they are both good, and the one for under the bed holds like 65 pounds or something. I haven't had a chance to put those in my store, but it's time to put them in the store because spring organization stuff. I think they just sent me an email saying it's time to do to push those products because they'll all the organization stuff goes on sale soon. So I will get those out to you guys. Yeah. Oh, what else? I'm probably gonna, because of my power stuff, the decision I made in changing that. Um, I'm probably going to downsize even my little buster that I've had for a long time. I'm probably going to swap that out for a rechargeable car vac. I've seen one that's not much bigger than like a rechargeable immersion blender. You know, it's not very big. How about smaller than this water bottle? And so I probably will swap for that because the reason I even got that dustbuster to start with was to clean out the bugs in the dust from the windows. And I saw some little things to do that, but whatever I get, if it's useful in the car as well, then when I get the tracker back, it will be useful in two places. I like things useful in two places. So I'm really looking forward to getting the back patio enclosed, screened in at least. When it snowed yesterday and then the snow started to melt, it's cool. Most of the water ran down it's a 520 roof. So it's 5 inches slant oh, I said that wrong. 512, not 520. 520 slant. It slants 5 inches lower in 12 feet. And it did, as the snow melted, the water rolled off on the end. Eventually that'll get a gutter to a barrel. So but for the moment we're aiming that direction, and it looks like Jess is going to be able to do that job. He wants that job. And so we talked about the fact that screen, and especially aluminum screen, which would be the best to use in this kind of area, with the kind of weather that we have. It's a 4 foot by, I don't even know what, 4 by 50 foot or something like that, of, what's it called? The plastic screen, the regular screen that you're used to seeing that's black and you can cut with scissors, is $99. And the aluminum, which would be better, is way more. It's like a 4x4 is close to $100. So we're probably, I talked it over with Jess, because living in Central America, you build whole houses out of shade cloth. So I was like, so Jess, it's so much cheaper to just go to Harbor Freight and buy the mesh tarps and use those for the screen. I said I can see through that good enough, and it'll keep the bees and the bug. I have wild honeybees around here, and no, we haven't found them yet. We talked about that before, but and then there's flies because there's cattle and stuff. So I'm working on that. Okay, and so I was like, an 8x10 shade tarp from Harbor Freight is around $25. And he goes, yeah, and that's a whole wall. I'm like, exactly. So if you're okay with that, because you're going to have to do the construction, I said, then I'm okay with that being my screen. So he goes, we're fine with that. Let's get the roof first. And I did see with the snow, there are some holes because it's all used roofing that we're putting up there. There's some holes I'm going to have to, put silicone and plug them, or go on the top and put Hayvac silver tape up there. That's the best, but whatever. But I am going to have to seal a couple of things, but minor. I mean, yes, for monsoons, I could have water pouring through there. I don't want the way it is today, but by the time we get done, we ought to be able to have it so that it doesn't leak too bad. So, and then we should be able to screen it in. We'll do enough of a framing. I want most of it. I want like a half wall and then screen. And then for the winter, we'll try to get, even if I have to use corrugated plastic for storm windows, but I want to do something that keeps the wind and the water and the rain and the snow out. But hopefully at least the screened in part happens pretty quick. So part of my reorganizing is where do we put our energy? Where do I put the investment, the money? Where do I put? So paying Dennis to do the two shutters for these two windows, and paying Dennis to do my porch railing, and paying Dennis. Dennis is got a couple of offers for really good long-term positions on other farms. And so he's going to have to not be able to help me much. But he's going to finish my kitchenette, that plank counter with it's going to be a tree limb support leg. He's going to finish that. And he's going to redo my floor in the cabin because my floor was never installed correctly. So part of my making the decisions I've been making, and then the organization for me, yes, some of it is items. Like, for example, I'll turn this camera around while it's sitting right here. That curtain rod, great curtain rod, screws together, has a small adjustable end on one end but it screws together. It's very sturdy, like it. I think it's going to be perfect. I asked for I hunted for a heavy duty 1-inch curtain rod for there, because I didn't know what I wanted to put on it for curtains yet. And I like this burlap look, which is actually Harbor Freight drop cloths when they come on sale. They used to come on sale for $4.99 each, and they were, I forgot, 7 feet by 16 feet or something like that at Harbor Freight. And so they were cheap. I think they've changed the price. They might be closer to $7. But I like that look a lot. So I don't know if I'm going to stick with that. I may do some temporary curtain thing. I can't remember. I bought some at a thrift store for like 50 cents. I may use those temporarily for a minute. But anyways, we're trying to figure this out, trying to get it so that it works. Um, I've got 2 wood stoves to repair, the wood cook stove, and then I've got to decide if I really want them out in the screened room. Um, if I could get my hands on a Franklin fireplace, I would rather have the Franklin fireplace out in the screened patio than the stoves I have here. So I could make 1 or 2 repairs to the cook stove and sell it. The little baby potbelly stove that I just got, I'm not sure, but I like it. So I don't like that somebody welded a horseshoe on as a handle. That looks weird to me, but you know what? Whatever. I could fix it up and sell it. I don't think I want to. I think I want to use it for something. It could go in the bathroom in the shower house to make it warmer in bad weather. But I don't know yet. Or I might just choose to use both stoves out on the patio. Once it's screened in and the roof is enough up, and I get a little bit of a gutter where it's a little less wet in bad weather, I can have those moved outside, and then I could decide. So let's see. What else do you guys have more questions? Those uppercase Qs, 3 uppercase Qs in front of comments, questions, things you'd like me to discuss to help you out. More organizing ideas I could give you. I didn't really mention it as an organizing idea exactly, but it is for me. I journal. I do journal. I keep the journals for a while. And then periodically, at least once a year, when I was traveling on a regular, it was once every 3 months. I would go through my journals. I would decide whether there was a doodle that I wanted to keep for a minute, or if there were ideas I wanted to transfer to a different book, and then I would burn the journals. And so I just went through and burned my journals that I had started before the engine blew in my tracker. So we're talking 2 years ago or more. And so I just burned those. And as part of that process, I showed some of you before, but as part of that process, I tore out pages of things I want to look at again and decide whether they were things to keep, thoughts to process again, or throw them away. And so they're just stuck in this book because I want to finish reading this book too, and then I can move on from that. So that's part of my organizing stuff. I don't talk about it on a regular. I don't make a big deal over the fact that I've been a minimalist for years and that technically well, I have a cabin, so things have changed with the cabin. But I really, truly prefer my extreme minimalism. I like it when my whole life fits in my backpack. I don't want, okay, Donna Kay, have a good week. I don't want when it's my turn to move on to whatever comes after this, as far as when it's my turn to die. I don't want people to have a lot to clean up behind me. I want it to be very simple. I want it to be that there's nothing to go through and nothing to fight over, because I don't want to do that to people. I've seen too much stuff in my lifetime, so we don't need to do that. So I see a Gina name. I don't think I know Gina. Was that somebody who came in new? Okay. So, anyways, let's see what else. I don't know what else right this minute, but I mean, part of the reason I've got 3 tea kettles at home right now. Oh, it's Iris's daughter. Cool. Um, cool. Hi, Iris's daughter, Gina. Um, yeah, I got 3 tea kettles right now. But in the winter, I use them on the wood stove that's running all the time. Then in the summer, one of them is the one that goes outside and gets really dirty on campfires. It doesn't travel with me at all. My titanium one travels with me because it's super lightweight. It's small. It'll make 2 cups of coffee with no problem. But I'm trying to decide. See, back back when I was before I ended up in the hospital with the allergy test, 6, 8 months ago, I had trouble with metal. I couldn't. I would get sick depending on the metal that I was using. So, um, uh, but I found that I was fine with titanium. Plus, the fact that titanium is so ultra lightweight, packing it in the tracker doesn't affect. It's not like taking a cast iron fry pan with me, so it doesn't affect the. I can how do you say that? I can pack more choices for pots and pans with titanium than I can with any other metal because the whole package of kitchen stuff for traveling with the car is little and lightweight. I also can put together a package of kitchen stuff that can travel with me anywhere in the world. And the reason I was doing that was because I reacted to stainless steel. I didn't react to enamel, but enamel's a little bit heavier. And if you bump it around a lot, you crack the enamel, which is glass. So enamel is steel that's been dipped in glass. And of course, if you bump it too much, you you ding it, and it's fine to use if you know how to use it, right? It doesn't really hurt it, unless you have not been careful with it, or it's really old enamel that might have still had like lead in it or something. But lead's not really going to kill you exactly. You'd have to have a lot. I think we're told a bunch of crap, a lot. But, anyways, so traveling with the enamel, okay, first off, the handle doesn't fold and lots of, right, is a whole different thing. So I was working on getting more titanium so that I could take it with me, both in the car, and if I decided to get on a plane and go to some other country, I could take my own basic titanium kit, which would let me be safe anywhere in the world. And I could backpack with it. That's part of my reason for even investing in titanium and learning how to cook with it. So that was the start of that. And so now I'm, of course, still, especially when I just was sick a couple of weeks ago, I was watching movies or videos on traveling again. And I was like, well, if I go there, I could take this thing and that thing and the other thing. And I'm really happy with this. But if I went on that trip, I would leave this at the cabin because it's stainless steel. And I would take this with me because if I got in a spot, I could still make, because I'm still on a budget. But if I got in a spot, I could still make my coffee and I could have my basic okayness with this and that and the other. So that's why sometimes I have the titanium stuff as well. And so I didn't intend to end up with how many sets, but sometimes with a cabin, it makes sense. Some things just stay with the cabin. cast iron fry pans that I have here. There's plenty of them. I don't need any more. I would like to have a cast iron fry pan that, or cast iron pot that's not very tall, but that the lid is a fry pan, because I basically would get rid of, well, I can't get rid of Bab's grandmother's Griswold, right? Can't do that. Can't get rid of um I was trying to think who it was that left that other fry pan here that doesn't have markings on it. Those have to stay here, but that's fine. They could stay. Whether I keep the cast iron, I mean the wood cook stove or not, those pans can stay here. That's just the way that is. And so even though I may be an extreme minimalist when I travel, there are some things that, like, I need the winter clothes and the snow boots when I live here because I sometimes have four inches of snow, or one year I had 3 feet. So here you need it, but when I'm traveling in the tracker, I'm going to try to avoid as much of that as I can. When I'm traveling in other countries, exploring new cities and cultures and whatever else, I don't have to go to cold weather. I can do something different. So my organization is about, one thing is put like things together, rather than thinking that you just have, I'm trying to think, just have, I can't think. So all my bathroom things go together, but then within the bathroom category, there is my travel bathroom, the cabin bathroom, because I need to provide for guests who come and basically have their own vehicles, because most of the people who come here are nomadic or whatever. They're going to come with their own vehicles, but occasionally, couple of times a year, I might have company come for a barbecue or something. Well, I used to have people come for Passover. I don't. Leanna and I are talking about what we're going to do for Passover this year, so, for night to be much observed. But I tried to start that conversation. I'll get back with her about that. But kind of put things in categories and subcategories. And then if you're a person who does color, go ahead and do it by color. Now, for me, lanterns just need to be red. I think green lanterns aren't, it's not the same as a red lantern. So all my lanterns are red. Except for the one that was given to me that is copper Dietz, German Dietz one that's out in the it's a kerosene lantern. I'm not using that one currently, but all my other ones, lanterns are red. But I've started to put, pots with pots, plates with plates, cups with cups, clothes with clothes. And then I have my packing cubes that I use for travel that make traveling with a backpack easier, the kind of backpack that I have currently. And those packing cubes zip to compress. And they were inexpensive, but like the yellow one is my underwear drawer, and the pink one is my cold weather clothes. And so I use those kinds of methods. I know that I will travel differently when I go again on a plane trip. I still want to do a train trip, and I would love to do the train trip across Canada as well. But so it's I know that I will do a little different traveling. One, because I'm older. Two, because I figured out some of my health issues, so I can just maneuver some things differently than I did before. I don't have to be so careful because what? You have one in there. You have a treat. You have two treats. You have two treats. I can see them. You have a water buffalo ear treat. No, you have this treat, chewy treat. Look, you have this one, and you have this one too. Look, you have two kinds. Two kinds. That's the only kinds I have today, Wendy. It's the only kinds we have. So I've decided some things about traveling as well. Like, I will take my nice boar bristle hairbrush with me in the future, even though that doesn't seem like a minimalist thing. It has helped me with my hair, and I traveled for years with only a little comb, and I'm fine with the little comb, but I like my brush. I'm going to take it with me when I go. If it makes my backpack too heavy, maybe I'll rethink it, but I won't rethink it much. Um, I've decided what I like to eat for food and what I'm willing to store and keep and take with me. What? Come up, please. Did you eat it? You're hiding it. Don't hide it for later. Go ahead and eat it. When we go to the store, I'll try to get you some duck jerky treats. I can tell, we haven't bought duck jerky treats in a while, and I have finally decided that I can't share the duck jerky treats at work because my coworker has decided that she brings a bigger dog with her. Well, it used to be Wendy's breakfast was her duck jerky, but the other dog was getting it before Wendy would get to eating it. So if I buy it again, it's not going to work. Or if one of you guys buy me a bag again, it's not going to work. But no, I've decided some things that are priorities that make me a happier person that I'm going to stick with. And now that I understand my health better and everything, and that I've learned that I can heal and be in remission a lot, I might go ahead and buy packets of LMNT electrolytes for travel, right? Because a little bit, a third of a pack in water can be enough for a day, or a half a pack in water. And they're very expensive, but to be able to carry that way just makes sense. And it's the same thing with I may not take this coffee cup with me. I might take one. Nah, probably won't. I was going to say I might take one in the tracker when I get ready. Maybe I won't, though, because of the handle. It won't fit in the cup holder. I don't like the pattern on this one, but the size of this one is good for the tracker. Okay? And so, for example, instead of only having one mug, this one's the right size for the cup holder in the tracker. Plus, it has a lid. I broke the thing on it. It was from Circle K, so if I go in Circle K to get coffee, they'll let me have free coffee in this one. But if I'm going on a plane, I'm taking the Sea to Summit. Do I love silicone? Not that much. It's probably not the best stuff for us to be drinking out of. But if I'm on a plane, it's a cup, it's a bowl, it's lightweight, it folds flat, it's not going to get broken. So this one's going to travel. It's a Sea to Summit. This one's going to travel with me. That's the way it is for on a plane, okay, or backpack. If I was backpacking again, long distance hiking like I did on the Appalachian Trail, and by the way, it was an attempted through hike. And make it all the way. I got sick. But back then, I had squishy bowls. Squishy bowls were like the original silicone thing, and they were round. They fit in your hand. There was a bowl and a cup in a set for like $12 or $13. I had a set. They only came in green and orange back then. Well, I had a set, And I loved them, but they were hard. It was hard to drink your coffee out of because it was like a ball. So when you went to tip it to drink, it could it could come out. It was weird. Anyways, but I loved it, and it was squishy. So now I would take this, and I have my snap together fossil bowls that I would take again if I was doing that kind of trip, or if I travel internationally again. I will take those with me. I will take my titanium spork, uh, yeah, spork. Might take my titanium long handled spoon because it's my favorite. I use that all the time, you know. But the Circle K cup, I'm not in love with the pattern. Sure, it's blue. Sure, it's vintage look or whatever. It's not my favorite look. I wish it had been, enamel speckled or something, but it is double wall stainless, and my lips don't have to touch the metal, which back when I bought it, I couldn't have my lips touching the metal because I would break out, and now I don't. Okay, so we solved some problems, but then other problems come up, right? So, but this would definitely go on a plane trip with me. So would my fossil snap together bowls. Like I said, my titanium. I don't love eating with the titanium spork I have. It's from Yuko, only because the fork side of it has a knife on one side of the fork. It's rough on my lip and I forget. So in one of my wish lists, Vargo titanium has got a long spoon fork. And so one end is a fork, like an actual fork, and the other end is a spoon. And I might do that. But you've had your pilot fly in J since 2002. Yep. I used to have something from somebody. I had it for so long, I'd go in and they'd go, "Oh my goodness, I haven't seen one of those." I would get free coffee all the time because the cup was so old for that. I don't remember who it was. I knew a guy that had an old McDonald's mug, and as long as you had the McDonald's mug, you got free coffee at McDonald's. And a lot of people were like, "I never even knew McDonald's had a cup," right? But he was at Quartzsite. I don't remember what the guy's name was, but um, anywho, that's that. It is a good idea. I love my. Oh, it's not it. It's in the car. I love my double wall stainless. Bernie, I finally got the big one. Um, Ozark Trails for getting free ice from Circle K's. In Arizona, you can do it. You can't always do it in other places. But most of a 7 pound bag of ice fits in the big container. My little container is only 64 ounces. It's not the same. But often gas stations will let you just fill it with ice for free. But in Arizona, more than in some other places. So I use that a lot here in Arizona and when I travel in the tracker. I'm not going to take. Uh, ooh, Beth, I got something for you. I don't take those when I travel internationally. I've been looking at a titanium double wall vacuum sealed water bottle. The reason I've been looking at it is because if I was to travel internationally, I remember being in Costa Rica in 120-degree weather, and you can. I don't like all the single-use plastic. Let's go there. I lived plastic free for 2 years. Okay, and so to come back to the United States and lots of stuff's plastic. There's a whole thing, but I like my cold drinks cold in the summer, and I like my warm drinks like my coffee. I like it hot when I want it, right? And I was trying to figure out a way that I could still have some of that luxury when I travel and be able to carry it. And so I've looked at single wall titanium water containers because you could set them on the fire and boil the water in them. Like, what's the guy's name that does that? Does it a lot. I can't think of it. He's a bushcraft guy. Anyways, on YouTube. Anyway, so I've thought about that a lot. And then I realized that with my diet, my dietary choices, it would be nice the size of a water bottle. You could drop if the not this kind of water bottle with the little opening. The little opening will fit Sawyer water filters, which is kind of nice because I have one of those here at the cabin. And when I travel, I take that with me for travel in the tracker. But but if I have a wide mouth thermal vacuum titanium drink container, Chomps or Paleo Valley meat sticks could fit down inside it for traveling on the airplane. Could probably do string cheeses in it in the airplane. And then it's dry going through security and everything else. And I don't have to fill it till I'm ready to fill it. But it's a good place to store some snacks. And so I've been thinking that that's a good idea. Titanium just costs a lot of money. And so the one I'm looking at is about $60. I haven't decided if I'm really going to buy it. I want to try it, but I hate to spend $60 on something and then have to send it back because I don't like it or something. I want to make sure it's really going to work for me. So I've been holding off on that. It's not something I need today. It would be able to replace some other things that I have here at the cabin, but I haven't made up my mind on that. How's that for? But all this organization stuff, I've really been. Yes, you can take, as long as it's still ice and hasn't melted, you can take it on the plane. That is true. That is true. But I'm trying to find a way to take snacks, be comfortable, not have to use it at the airport if I'm not ready to, but to pack it and have it be reasonable. I mean, I've been thinking through travel for, I'm always thinking about travel. So. Okay, Iris. I'm probably getting ready to go soon. Oh my goodness, we've been here 2 hours. Okay. Miss Wendy's knocked out over here. Can I show you Miss Wendy knocked out without knocking us offline? Let's see if I can do that. Karma's still no. Okay. Let's see if I can do it this. Wendy, can you see Wendy? Wendy is knocked out in her little bed. She pulled her bed over closer and she's knocked out. There you go. A little cuteness factor with Wendy and her little toys. Yeah, Lisa L bought her those 2 toys. Her other one is in a different place. Okay, let's see if I can get this back. So I hope that y'all have enjoyed today's, whoops, my finger's in the way, y'all. Sorry. I hope y'all have gotten some benefit out of today's conversation. Uh, um, yes, and when I was raw vegan and traveling to Costa Rica a lot, and Panama and Nicaragua, and all the Central American places, I had no problem at all as a raw vegan taking big pieces of prepared fruit, big. I would have papaya cut up in little things, put in a little plastic thing, put it in a grocery bag, and they were like, "Yeah, no problem. Go ahead." Yep. It was my lunch. It was my snacks for the plane. It was whatever. It was my food because I have a special diet. No problem. So, all right, guys, I'm going to let you all go. You have a wonderful week. Stay safe. Try to stay healthy. Um, yeah, I forgot about the whole daylight savings, but so if you have to change your time for daylight savings, remember that Arizona doesn't do that. So I just always have advertised that we're here, same bat time, same bat channel, every Sunday that we can, unless I have to cancel for being sick or something. But uh, it's always 9:30 Arizona time, and you adjust for what you need wherever you are. So in your time zone, figure out what Arizona's 9:30 Sunday morning, figure that out for you where you are, and then you come at that time. Because we don't switch our time here, just like Costa Rica doesn't switch their time down there. And I'm going to continue to work on my health and on getting my muscles stronger again. And then we're going to work on getting my cabin and my landscaping back together so that this runs as best as it can for when I'm here. And then after the tracker's back together, I can't wait to go somewhere. I'm hoping to be at Zuki Palooza in May. I'm hoping to be able to get up to Overland Expo in Flagstaff in May. But I have not talked to them about whether I can be on a panel or any of those things. I do need to get a hold of somebody and see what the possibilities are. But I wanted to make sure that the tracker was actually running before I contacted them, but I don't want to miss out either. So we'll do some more stuff with once the tracker is going. And then as I'll be debt free in a couple of months, then I can start to think about travel beyond that. I owe my son and his wife a visit. I'd like to do that on a train, but I don't want to lose Karma Kitty. So I'm going to want someone to cabin sit for me while I'm gone because I don't want to lose Karma Kitty. He's been a great cat. And then we'll moving right along from there. So y'all have a good week. I hope I've given you what I said I was going to. I think I did. I don't like the idea of coming across as a teacher and, oh, I know best, because I don't. I'm just another human being just like you are. And you know what? We all have stuff to share and learn from each other. And I think we don't stop until we get buried. So let's just keep at it. I need to do some videos of stuff that's happened in the last few months. The toilets for Mary. And I need to share with people in Apache County how simple it was to get my occupancy permit. It was not hard at all. I stressed over that. I cried over that. It wasn't hard at all. What a what a walk in the park that was. Anyways, but I need to do a video, so it's out there. Y'all have a good week, and we will see you next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Adjust it for where you are, because you might have gone through daylight savings changes, but I haven't. So 9:30 Arizona time. Adjust it for you. And then we'll see you soon. Hugs and love. and all that other good stuff. Ciao. Ciao, ciao.